The West Philippine Sea is now the center of a global struggle, one fought not with armies, but with law, will, and alliances. This maritime region has become a focal point for international diplomacy and strategic maneuvering, drawing attention from nations worldwide. On October 16, 2025, the Philippines stands firm, defending its sovereign rights against a rising superpower. This date marks a significant moment in the ongoing saga of territorial defense and national pride. Instead of secrecy, Manila has adopted assertive transparency, publicizing every maritime encounter and diplomatic protest for the world to see. This strategy aims to garner international support and highlight the challenges faced by smaller nations. High-definition videos and real-time reports expose aggressive actions, shifting the narrative from quiet protest to vocal defiance. These visual accounts serve as powerful tools in the court of global opinion. This approach has turned abstract legal disputes into a human story: fishermen harassed, supply missions blocked, galvanizing support at home and abroad. The personal stories of those affected resonate deeply, creating empathy and understanding. The Philippines is not just fighting for territory but for the principle that all nations are equal under the law. This legal battle underscores the importance of international norms and the rule of law. The West Philippine Sea is vital, trillions in trade pass through, and its resources are crucial for millions of Filipinos. The economic implications of this dispute are vast, affecting global trade routes and local livelihoods. Ongoing tensions threaten not only the Philippines' future, but regional stability and freedom of navigation for all. The stakes are high, with potential repercussions for international maritime law and security. By anchoring its position in international law, the Philippines challenges the idea that might makes right. This stance is a bold assertion of justice over power, seeking to inspire other nations facing similar challenges. The world is watching as the Philippines navigates these treacherous waters with courage and conviction. The international community's response will be crucial in determining the outcome of this maritime conflict. This is a test of the international rules-based order. The principles of fairness and equality are at stake, with global implications for how disputes are resolved. Can a smaller nation defend its rights through law and diplomacy? The Philippines is determined to prove it can. This determination is a testament to the resilience and spirit of the Filipino people. The outcome here will echo far beyond these waters. It will set a precedent for future conflicts and shape the geopolitical landscape for years to come. The Philippines' territorial integrity is deeply rooted in its long and complex history, not a recent invention or a product of modern disputes. The 1898 Treaty of Paris and the 1900 Treaty of Washington clearly defined the boundaries of the Philippine archipelago. These treaties, signed by major world powers, have been recognized internationally for well over a century, providing a solid foundation for the country's territorial claims. These historic agreements serve as the nation's legal title deed, establishing its sovereignty long before the People's Republic of China even existed. They are the backbone of the Philippines' legal position. When China presents its ambiguous 9-line, the Philippines counters with precise, treaty-defined coordinates, lines that are clear, internationally recognized, and based on established law. This reliance on established legal instruments and historical treaties gives the Philippines strong credibility in international forums, strengthening its case in the eyes of the world. The dispute isn't about creating new rights or expanding territory, but about defending long-recognized ones that have been respected for generations. The Philippines is not seeking to expand its territory, only to protect what is legally and historically its own, ensuring the security and livelihood of its people. This historical legal approach rebuts any narrative of provocation, establishing the country as a responsible defender of settled international agreements and the rule of law. It reinforces the Philippines' image as a nation committed to law, justice, and the peaceful resolution of disputes, upholding the principles of the international community. The 2016 Arbitral Award is the modern legal pillar supporting the Philippines' rights. In 2013, the Philippines challenged China's 9-line at the Permanent Court of Arbitration. The tribunal's landmark ruling invalidated China's claims, affirming the Philippines' exclusive economic zone and sovereignty over key features. Despite China's rejection, the award is final and legally binding. It transformed the diplomatic landscape, giving other nations a clear legal basis to support the Philippines. The current administration proudly champions the award in every international forum. Filipino diplomats emphasize its importance for the global community, not just the Philippines. The rules-based order depends on respecting such legal decisions. The victory in the courtroom continues to resonate worldwide. The Philippines' stand is now backed by international law, not just national resolve. After its legal defeat, China intensified its gray zone tactics, aggressive actions below the threshold of war. Massive Coast Guard vessels and maritime militia harass Philippine ships, creating constant tension without open conflict. Recent years have seen water cannon attacks, ramming, and dangerous blockades against Philippine resupply missions. These are calculated acts to assert control and force the Philippines out. The Philippines responds with measured resolve, documenting and publicizing every incident. Journalists embedded on vessels broadcast the harassment, stripping away China's plausible deniability. Viral videos have generated global condemnation and sympathy for the Philippines. This strategy of non-violent resistance and information warfare puts China on the diplomatic defensive. Courage and truth have become the Philippines' most powerful weapons. The West Philippine Sea crisis has united the Filipino people like never before, forging a powerful sense of solidarity across the nation. From bustling cities to remote provinces, Filipinos are coming together, driven by a shared determination to protect their homeland and assert their rights. What was once a distant issue, discussed only by experts and officials, is now a matter of national pride and survival for every Filipino household. Conversations about the West Philippine Sea echo in homes, workplaces, and public spaces, uniting people from all walks of life. Over 90% of Filipinos support defending their rights at sea, cutting across all divides, age, region, and background. This overwhelming consensus reflects a deep-rooted sense of patriotism and collective responsibility. Images of damaged vessels and injured crew have fostered a shared identity and purpose, reminding everyone of the real human cost behind the headlines. These stories have touched hearts and inspired action. Civil society, students, and business groups have rallied behind a firm stance, organizing events, educational campaigns, and public forums to keep the momentum alive and ensure the issue stays at the forefront of national consciousness. Social media campaigns and stories of harassed fishermen have made the conflict personal for every Filipino, sparking online movements and viral calls to action that reach millions daily. This grassroots movement pressures leaders to remain steadfast. Appeasement is no longer an option. The people's voice is loud and clear, demanding unwavering commitment from those in power. President Marcos Jr. has declared the Philippines will not yield an inch of territory, echoing the nation's resolve and promising to defend every part of the country's rightful domain. The synergy between government and public sentiment forms a formidable front, strengthening the country's position both at home and on the world stage. The world sees that the Philippines' resolve is the conviction of an entire nation, united, determined, and ready to stand together for its future. The Philippines' stand has inspired a global coalition of democracies. The United States, under the Mutual Defense Treaty, has increased joint patrols and military support. Japan and Australia have provided patrol vessels, surveillance, and joint exercises, strengthening maritime security. European powers, including the UK, France, and Germany, have voiced support and sent naval patrols to challenge China's claims. Even Canada and India have increased engagement in the Indo-Pacific. This broad alliance internationalizes the dispute, preventing China from framing it as a regional issue. The coalition demonstrates that the world will not tolerate the erosion of international law. These partnerships are not just symbolic. They enhance the Philippines' capacity to defend its rights. Solidarity among democracies is a cornerstone of the Philippines' strategy. It's a testament to the power of alliances in upholding peace and stability. The heart of the dispute is the Exclusive Economic Zone, or EEZ, a right granted by UNCLOS to every coastal state. The EEZ extends 200 nautical miles from the coast, giving the Philippines exclusive rights to resources within. The West Philippine Sea's rich fisheries and potential energy reserves are vital for millions of Filipinos. China's 9-dash line overlaps almost entirely with the Philippines' EEZ, violating sovereign rights. The 2016 arbitral award confirmed these areas belong to the Philippines. This is not about new territory, but exercising existing rights. Defending the EEZ means protecting livelihoods and the nation's economic future. The Philippine Coast Guard patrols as guardians of these vital interests. Alongside its firm stance at sea, the Philippines has launched a proactive diplomatic campaign. Filipino diplomats now shape the global conversation, grounding every argument in UNCLOS and the arbitral award. Revitalized alliances with the US, Japan, Australia, and European partners create a diplomatic and security buffer. The Philippines champions international law, reminding the world that legal mechanisms for dispute resolution must be respected. This elevates the issue beyond territory. It's about defending the global system that maintains peace. The country's responsible, law-based approach has earned international respect. Public diplomacy, academic forums, and media engagement build global consensus for a peaceful, rules-based resolution. By combining firmness at sea with smart diplomacy, the Philippines models modern statecraft. It shows how a middle power can stand up for its rights through law, alliances, and a just cause. The West Philippine Sea struggle has global implications. The principles at stake, international law, freedom of navigation, peaceful dispute resolution, are pillars of the world order. If these are undermined here, they are weakened everywhere. The Philippines' courageous, law-based response sets an example for all nations. The international coalition's support is vital, but must be matched by concrete actions. Joint patrols, capacity building, and unified diplomacy. Solidarity is an active commitment, not just words. The world must stand together to ensure oceans remain free, sovereign rights are respected, and law prevails. The Philippines' stand is a call to action for all who believe in a peaceful, rules-based world. This is a fight for a just future, and one the world must win together. The outcome here will shape the future of global peace and justice.